Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hot Mess Tom, and I am currently on a 6-month no-buy. You probably could tell from the title, but if you're new here, I am currently on a 6-month no-buy and trying to love and appreciate my collection for the way it is, and also make the moves to better curate my collection so it suits my needs. I thought I would do another check-in. So it is the 11th of September, and I'm a little over 2 months. I started this back in July. As a refresher for both you and I, started in July. And now it's September, so we're 2 months in. And so my first check-in, I think, like my first month I did very well. And I talked a little bit about that in another video if you want to check that out, see my month-by-month progress. But I will say that I have been much more tempted this go around. So Labor Day just occurred, like Labor Day weekend was last weekend. And I can't tell you how unbelievably tempted I was just at every turn. So it didn't really matter what it was. I just felt like I was like compelled to shop. And now let's talk about something. This is new to my collection. I did buy this, but let's talk about how I bought it. I don't normally get gift cards. Like that's not a thing that people usually provide to me, which is fine. I don't need to be a gift card person. But I won a competition through work. I was employee of the month and I won a gift card and I could choose wherever I wanted. And I chose Sephora. And when I first got that gift card, my intention was to hold on to it until the new year and then I could use it towards shopping whenever I could shop again, whenever my no-buy was lifted, if I felt so inclined in January that I wanted to shop, or I could just keep holding on to my gift card. So the gift card covered the amount of this. This is the Natasha Denona Cranberry palette, and it was half off. And in my rules, I did not state any rules about gift cards. So this was kind of like testing the waters to see like, will I allow myself to use a gift card to buy a makeup item? Is that something that I'm okay to do? This was like a test the waters. And I will tell you that moving forward, new rule number 4, I don't think I had that many rules, but I'm adding a new rule to continue my no-buy. I will not be using gift cards to purchase things moving forward, even though this is something that I've wanted in my collection and I'm happy to have in my collection, both as like, this is beautiful and I like this and it's what I have on my eyes today, but also these 5-pan palettes. I have a lot of Natasha Denona eyeshadows that are this size, so I could use this to make a bunch of Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. Now I have 2 of these holders as well, but I also will use this eyeshadow. I also have like shadows from the Sunset palette that I've depotted, and I got rid of the Sunset, like the whole palette. While I'm not upset about this, and I will be using this, and this is something that will be loved in my collection in the long term in a multifaceted sort of way, both as like the packaging, but also the product inside. So I'm not disappointed that I have this. So this was $24 on Sephora, but I did feel, I bought it and I like thought I had that high, but almost immediately after I bought it, and like I probably had enough time to like cancel the order if I had really wanted to, but like it did not bring me the joy that I like wanted it to. I felt guilt. It didn't feel like part of the no-buy. It didn't feel like part of this process that I'm going through. But it was also interesting, like typically when I would buy things before, like there wasn't really guilt associated with it. And not that I think that we should work guilt into our regular feelings about shopping. It is interesting that like there was a cause and effect of the whole thing. But let me talk about other Labor Day sales. Well, just like Labor Day sales in general, Chantecaille was like doing some stuff over Labor Day, and that's like a brand that is like very expensive and kind of unattainable a lot of the time. And so it was like very tempting to me to like want to buy something. And then another thing that happened was I love Viseart eyeshadows, and it was always been my intention to eventually own like all of the Grand Pros. They are discontinuing the Grand Pro Volume 2, which is full of like beautiful shimmers. And when I read that on their Instagram, that like whatever is in stock at Sephora, like once it's gone forever. And I don't know if it's going to be something they replace with something different. Like if there's going to be like a 2X, like there was the Grand Pro 1X, but I was like instantaneously felt like I had needed to go buy this. I opened the Sephora app. Well, I don't have the Sephora app on my phone, but I opened up Sephora on my phone. I pulled up the product and I added it to my cart. And I was like, take a beat. You just bought the Natasha Denona palette and you did not feel good after you bought that. And then obviously I did not have enough gift cards to cover the full price of the Viseart palette. So I took a second and I like looked at the Viseart palette and then I was like, that looks an awful lot like your collection of Clionadh shadows. Shadows that you absolutely love. Shadows that you spent a lot of time trying to get and buying and spent a lot of money on. And like really got what you wanted from that. You do not need this. So I did end up talking myself out of the Viseart palette, which was lovely. And I'm glad that I did it. I don't think that I will miss it, but I do think in this moment, I do feel still a little bit weird that I like didn't buy it. But I also, the whole point of this no buy for me is to like break the collector's habit and the need to have habit, because my makeup collection, though smaller than like YouTubers' makeup collection, is large for a normal person. And I have to keep that in mind that like I want to, I mean, eyeshadow specifically, I think it'll be very hard for me to ever hit pan on an eyeshadow just as it is. But like, if I'm going to carry this hobby and these products with me for a long time, because like, powder products, while they do have an expiration date, it's not like cream products. I would like for these eyeshadows to follow me around and like get to the point where like I've used a good amount of them. Like to the point where it's like, oh, I might need to like replenish these at some point. Or if I run out, like if I use it all up, I'm like, do I want to try a new formula? I can like make those decisions when push comes to shove, because I do want to love my collection as it currently stands. But like if I'm bringing something into my collection, I want to bring it in responsibly and for a reason and for a purpose. Or like maybe I'm not enjoying a product that is in my collection right now as much as I could. And so bringing in something new means that I can pass that other product either along to someone, or maybe it's like so old that I would just, throw it away. And while like, I don't want to like be wasteful either by like throwing away product. I don't want a product sitting in my collection that's going to go unused, unloved by me. I'm trying to be a little bit more just like responsible with my collection. And that's like obviously another big thing that caught my eye, an unexpected turn of events. I did not foresee this being something that when I saw it was gonna like strike me as something that I felt like I needed to have or like wanted to have. But Kaleidos released the Apple collection, which is 8 lip products. It's 8 lip products. And it looks like they also released the lip clays from the Flower Punk collection. You can buy them in singles now. You can make your own bundle. And I was very tempted. The Apple collection, and I'm not like a big lip product person. I've been very explicit about that on my channel, where I'm like, I'm not the one to turn to for a lip, because it's not that I'm not really picky, but I haven't tried a lot of lip formulas, because once I find something I like, I kind of commit to that brand, which I don't think is a problem, but it is like boring, but it also leaves me like a little less to say when it comes to the specific category. I think eyeliner is also a category where I'm like, I don't know a lot about it. Not that I don't know a lot about it, but like I have found what I liked. Why would I try something else? Like I want to keep buying that one thing. I don't know. It's just like how I function. So one of the 2 tins in the Apple collection from Kaleidos had like these bitchy lip colors. I don't know how else to describe them. They're like so bitchy. Like they are witchy bitchy, dark. And like weirdly enough, while I've always have loved a vampy lip color, I like don't own a lot of vampy lip colors. And I was like, well, I even was like trying to talk myself into buying them. I'm like, you can break your no buy for these because you don't have anything like these in your collection. And I don't. And that's true. And I like went to my drawer and I was like, I really don't have anything like this. The closest I do have to something that would be like one of those lip colors is actually older. And I'm pretty sure by the end of the year, it's going to be out of my collection. I have a lot. I'm planning things for January for my channel right now. I don't have things planned for tomorrow for my channel, but like January, I have like quite a bit of programming that I'm excited to do. It's like, you know, all that new year, new me bullshit that comes with the new year. Like January is going to be like a lot of time, like collection focused. Like probably won't be a lot of my face on the screen. Will be a lot of like hands on, hands on, hands on. I did not buy them, but it was like considered. I will be doing like in my head, if this collection still is around come January. These, I think that these are something that like are gonna shoot to the top of my list to buy. One, I'm very curious about this formula. I'm like very curious about this formula, but I watch Kat from Beauty News, but she has her own channel. It's like the Kit Stitch. Anyway, she's currently doing a Project Apocalypse, and she is like a lip product person. So she's like the polar opposite of me, and is going through 500 lip products this year, and every month she like talks about what she's keeping and getting rid of. And she really loves this lip clay formula. And so like I'm very like I was already interested in them. And like this was very tempting because they were colors that I was really interested in. But not only that, they now have that option to build your own bundle. And that is like feels real good to me. So I did message Kaleidos on Instagram. They haven't responded. I don't know if they will. And that's like this is like not me coming for their gig. Like I'm not saying like they were unresponsive to me and I like feel any kind of way about that. It is more like I was just like, is this permanent? Like, will I be able to buy this later? I don't know that knowing the answer to that question should really change how I feel, because buying this felt yucky. So I feel like buying that would also feel yucky, even if it was limited edition. Not the formula. I'm sure they'll come out with colors in the future, but these colors like really, you know, took me somewhere. As I have been loving a basic eye, well, a more basic eye recently, it would be nice to have like, you know, to do some more powerful lips. Like, well, I have reds. And reds were not even the shades that I was interested in. They were all like the purple hues, like the deep purple. And then there was a shade that reminded me of Scorpio from Jeffree Star, which was a shade of lipstick that I really enjoyed, but I don't shop from Jeffree Star anymore. And I was just like, that'd be so nice to have. Oh, that would be so beautiful to have in my collection. And I'll be thinking about it. So needless to say, it was a confusing second month, confusing second go. I'm not proud of myself for having bought this. Like, it really does bother me. Like, I really thought I was going to have, like, the willpower to, like, see this all the way through. But I also do think I need to forgive myself. Like, no money came out of my bank account for this. The gift card was something that was extra. It did not, like, I got the gift card for a reason. Gift cards are given to you to spend. And it's me putting the limitation on of like that now to not use it. And so I just feel icky a little bit about it. But yeah, so no more using gift cards in the rest of the 6 months. We still have 4 months to go. I'm not feeling great. Well, I appreciate you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you liked my content and enjoyed today's video, I would love to have you subscribe and also like this video. You know, it's going to be a lot of focus on what I already have. As you can see, like I felt guilty about bringing something new in. If you want to get to know my collection, I have collection videos, and I've obviously been talking a lot about my collection, what I'm using within my collection at the past couple of months of my content. So if you're down for that and like don't want to spend money and like are on a no buy, welcome. I welcome you in. I welcome you into this space. So I also have other content. Like if you want to hear more from me, I'm on 3 podcasts. So check those out. Those are all in the link in the description box below. So I thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Friends.